Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to look at something that shapes us and basically causes all of us to live in our own subjective realities. In the Toltec tradition, as described by Don Miguel Ruiz, belief systems are understood as fundamental structures that shape the way we experience life. Ruiz presents belief systems as pervasive, influencing not only our actions, but also our self-image, relationships, and emotional well-being. They function as invisible forces that color our perception of reality, often without our conscious awareness. From an early age, we begin absorbing these beliefs from our environment, family, culture, education, politics, culturally defined morals, and religion, gradually forming an internal map that guides our decisions and interactions with the world. A belief system is a structured set of principles, values, and convictions that shape how we interpret and interact with the world around us. It serves as a mental framework through which we filter our experiences, make decisions, and form our sense of identity. Since we build identities around our belief systems, we also often feel threatened if something or someone challenges them. Belief systems influence not only what we perceive to be true or false, but also how we assign meaning to events, relationships, and even our own self-worth. Importantly, belief systems are not static. They can shift and evolve, especially when we actively question their validity or encounter experiences that contradict them. This process of examining and refining our beliefs can lead to personal growth, greater self-awareness, and a deeper connection to our authentic selves. In essence, belief systems shape our reality, but they are also shaped by the ways we engage with the world, making them dynamic tools for understanding and navigating life. One of the central insights in Ruiz's teachings is the recognition that belief systems are deeply ingrained through a process he calls domestication. This domestication mirrors the way animals are trained through rewards and punishments. As children, we learn to behave in certain ways to gain approval and avoid rejection. Over time, the external rules imposed by parents and society are internalized, becoming part of our personal narrative. Ruiz suggests that this process is necessary to some extent for social cohesion, but it also limits us by instilling fear, guilt, and self-judgment. Belief systems serve as a double-edged sword. On one hand, they provide structure and a sense of identity, helping us navigate the complexities of life. On the other hand, they can act as filters that distort our perception, creating unnecessary suffering. According to Ruiz, many of the beliefs we hold are rooted in assumptions and misinterpretations, which he refers to as lies. These lies are often not malicious, but are inherited and passed down across generations. The problem arises when we mistake these subjective interpretations for absolute truth. Ruiz frequently uses the metaphor of the parasite to describe how certain belief systems function. The parasite represents the negative aspects of belief, those that drain energy and reinforce patterns of fear and self-rejection. This metaphor highlights the passive nature of the process. Once a belief takes hold, it can persist without conscious reinforcement, influencing behavior in ways that may conflict with our deeper desires for happiness and connection. However, belief systems are not inherently negative. Ruiz acknowledges that belief can be a powerful tool for transformation when approached with awareness. By recognizing that beliefs are flexible and subject to change, we gain the ability to reshape our experience. This process begins with self-inquiry, questioning the validity of the beliefs we carry and observing how they manifest in our daily lives. The goal is not to discard all beliefs, but to consciously choose those that align with love, joy, and authenticity. It's easy to see how religions and political ideologies are belief systems, but few may think of, for example, beauty standards as a belief system, and therefore it can be an interesting example. A belief system around beauty standards is a collective framework that defines what is considered attractive or desirable in terms of physical appearance. This system is shaped by cultural, social, and media influences, and it dictates not only how beauty is perceived, but also how individuals evaluate their own self-worth and that of others based on appearance. For example, in many Western societies, beauty standards have historically emphasized traits such as clear skin, slim bodies, symmetrical facial features, and youthful appearances. This belief system is reinforced by advertising, fashion, film, and social media, creating a dominant narrative that certain physical traits are more valuable or admirable than others. People who conform to these standards are often perceived as more successful, likable, or worthy, while those who do not may feel marginalized or pressured to alter their appearance. This belief system can influence personal behavior in profound ways. Individuals may adopt practices such as dieting, cosmetic surgery, excessive grooming, or the use of makeup to align with prevailing standards. An essential aspect of Toltec wisdom is the understanding that belief systems shape not just individual perception, but collective reality as well. Ruiz introduces the concept of the dream of the planet, the shared belief system that humanity collectively engages in. This dream reflects societal values, norms, and expectations. While it offers a sense of belonging, it can also impose limiting frameworks that inhibit personal growth. Awakening from this collective dream involves seeing beyond the stories and recognizing that much of what we accept as truth is, in fact, a social construct. Ironically, many people address social constructs through the lens of yet another constructed belief system. The dream of the planet is what many of us are now starting to wake up from. We are starting to see how strange the belief systems that we have placed on top of reality, and which most take for granted, really are. Thus, this shared dream of the planet is not consciously chosen, but inherited and passed down from generation to generation. As mentioned in the beginning, from the moment we start being able to take in information from our surroundings, we begin absorbing the beliefs of those around us, whether they are parents, teachers, religious leaders, peers, or other people that influence us. All these people were also shaped by the same collective dream that is influencing your mind. Ruiz describes the dream of the planet as a construct that defines what is considered acceptable, desirable, or forbidden in a given culture. It dictates how we should behave, what success looks like, and even how we define happiness and love. Ruiz argues that this dream is rooted in fear, which distorts how we relate to others and ourselves. For example, the belief that we must always strive for external validation may lead to chronic dissatisfaction and self-rejection. The dream of the planet is also closely tied to the idea of agreements. Ruiz explains that throughout life, we unconsciously agree to the rules and expectations imposed by the dream. These agreements shape how we interpret experiences, creating a framework through which we judge success, failure, love, and happiness. However, because these agreements are based on social conditioning rather than personal truth, they can create suffering. Breaking free from the dream of the planet requires awareness and conscious effort. Ruiz likens this process to awakening from a fog of illusion. By questioning inherited beliefs and recognizing that the collective dream is not the same as objective reality, but a subjective construct, we begin to reclaim personal freedom. This doesn't mean rejecting society altogether, but rather interacting with the world from a place of clarity and authenticity, free from the limiting influence of fear-based beliefs. Ruiz emphasizes that as we unravel the dream of the planet, we create a new personal dream, one rooted in love, joy, and truth. This new dream reflects our genuine desires and values, untainted by societal expectations. In this way, the Toltec path offers a vision of transformation, where the individual can transcend the collective dream and live in alignment with their true nature. To further understand how to break free from the dream of the planet without falling back into inherited patterns, Don Miguel Ruiz, just like many other teachers and teachings, emphasizes the practice of becoming a conscious observer of one's internal world. This form of self-inquiry involves cultivating detachment from the automatic narratives that surface in daily life, allowing you to see the difference between who you truly are and the stories you've absorbed. Ruiz encourages stepping back and witnessing thoughts and emotions as they arise, without identifying with them. This separation creates the space necessary to question deeply ingrained patterns and dismantle their influence. A critical element Ruiz explores is the role of emotional wounds. Many of the agreements we unconsciously hold on to are tied to unresolved pain. Rather than suppressing or denying these experiences, he advises facing them directly with the intention of healing. This process is not about dwelling on the past, but releasing the energy attached to old emotional scars. By bringing awareness to these areas, the beliefs associated with them begin to dissolve, weakening the overall hold of the dream. This conscious engagement with pain serves as a powerful tool in transforming the lies we tell ourselves into opportunities for growth and liberation. Ruiz furthermore points out that embracing impermanence is crucial to breaking free. The belief systems that form the dream are often rooted in the desire for stability and certainty, yet life itself is inherently fluid. Accepting the transient nature of experiences, relationships, and even personal identities allows you to let go of rigid attachments to outdated beliefs. This openness fosters a sense of ease and adaptability, making space for new, more authentic ways of engaging with the world. By surrendering to this flow, you gradually align with a state of freedom that transcends the limitations imposed by the inherited dream. Finally, Ruiz emphasizes that the path to personal freedom lies in dismantling the beliefs that generate suffering and embracing those that reflect our true nature. This shift does not require abandoning all beliefs, but rather developing discernment, the ability to differentiate between beliefs that uplift and those that constrict. By doing so, we create space for greater clarity, allowing us to experience life more fully and directly. In summary, Don Miguel Ruiz's approach to belief systems in the Toltec tradition presents them as powerful yet neutral forces that can shape our reality for better or worse. They are tools that, when wielded unconsciously, can lead to suffering, but when examined and consciously chosen, can facilitate personal transformation. Ruiz's teachings invite us to engage with our belief systems with curiosity and awareness, fostering a deeper sense of freedom and alignment with our authentic selves. As you can see, what we're exploring is not just a process of abandoning old beliefs or accumulating new ones. It's about shifting the very way we engage with beliefs themselves. Rather than allowing beliefs to define us, shape our identity, or dictate our worth, we begin to view them as tools, temporary and adaptable, rather than permanent fixtures of who we are. This shift invites a sense of lightness and flexibility, freeing us from the weight of unnecessary attachments. By letting go of the importance we place on beliefs, we stop seeing them as absolute truths that must be defended or reinforced. Instead, we learn to hold them loosely, questioning whether they serve us in creating the life we truly desire. From this perspective, the question isn't whether a belief is right or wrong, but whether it is useful, whether it brings peace, love, and clarity, or whether it contributes to cycles of fear and limitation. This approach opens the door to personal freedom, allowing us to reshape our lives in alignment with what feels authentic and meaningful in the present moment. It's a reminder that our beliefs are not who we are. They are choices we make, and we always have the power to make new ones, while doing our best to ensure we are doing so from an honest, conscious, authentic place. You've now reached the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for your time.